All right, my lord. Shabbat shalom, by the way. Shalom. Shalom. Off up. Ralphie Solomon. He's one of my Alfie Solomon's. He's one of my rabbis. I wonder what he would think about an Italian Jew. Definitely be able to smell it on me. Jew, being a Jew is like, thank you, my Lord. Now Hashem is reminding me of, I got gypsy blood in there too. Oh, that's what it is. They're gypsies. I got it. That's why I got the connection. So when I was, this makes so much sense. Thank you, Hashem. I'm gonna have to throw that by Gemini when we get back. When I was working with Hugo Boss, I was working as a seasonal and part-time sales associate in the Atlantic City outlet. If you ever stop in there, tell them that you came under my recommendation. Ask for Josie and or Yashira. She gets the commission now. But then I also have some experience working at the Borgata boutique. Which was a fun experience. That's where I really wanted to work. Well, I wanted to work there because this elusive Miss Kim, that's where I met her. So one day, she was sick. She was really sick. And so I was given an opportunity to fill in for her. Of course I took it. Oh, plus I was helping my friend out, you know? Because she was sick as a dog. She had COVID. Either that or she was just getting the fuck out of work. But I was talking to her every day. She said she was sick, so I'm trusting that she wasn't fucking with me. So yeah, I was talking to her like, yeah, I was talking to her every day at that point. But more importantly, back at the outlet, there's a lot of gypsies at Atlantic City. A whole lot of gypsies. And the outlet itself is like right down the street from a psychic. It's a gypsy family. Because the psychic industry in Atlantic City is pretty much owned. It's pretty much owned by the gypsies. But because of the fact that I got some gypsy blood in me, it makes me sensitive to gypsies. I've always been like that. My ex-wife, my ex-sister-in-law, one of her best friends was a gypsy, but I knew them for a long time. I always got the heebie-jeebies from the gypsy girl, which was a prejudice thing that came from that Stephen King movie, Thinner. I didn't want no fucking... I don't have time for any more curses. Do you understand? My life is already cursed enough, was the logic at the time. My life is already cursed enough. The last thing I need to do is piss off a fucking gypsy and have that fucking gypsy magic thrown on me, because I ain't got time for that. Now, mind you, it's been a long time where I'm not going to say I'm immune to gypsy magic. It's just I'm immune to curses. It's one of the benefits that come with being a Jew. But I already knew how to do that prior, so it's just God reinforced all the anti-curse protection. It's like an immunity. So magic, is it like, I mean, not what I do, at least. Not how I perceive it. I don't use the wands and all the cloaks. I don't light the candles. I don't even light Shabbat candles. This is my Shabbat candle, which is sanctioned by God because He made me buy them. He made me take the change off the kitchen table, which was just enough for one pack, literally to the cent. $3.25. Where the fuck are you buying $3.25 cigarettes? These. Well, technically they're cigars, but they smoke like cigarettes. They got a filter. Hey, they don't turn your fingernails yellow. They smell like Campbell shit, but... or so I've been told. But that's alright. I'd rather hear it from my mother than somebody else. So, I think this is something that only women would probably understand. But the gypsies, I could feel gypsies. I mean, you can tell because they have distinct characteristics. But they have a feel to them. Like, you can feel the magic coming off of them. The women, not so much the men. But the women definitely, I could feel it on the women. They just have to walk into the store and I know them. And I know this because we would always strike up conversations. I was like the gypsy wrangler. So anytime the gypsy women came in, they usually just stuck with me. Savannah? There's Savannah, yeah. But that's the thing, is like the gypsy ladies, they look like Jews. They look exactly like Jews. But then, even I would get Jewish clients that came in too. And the Jews, Jews feel like gypsies, but they're a little more structured. I'm talking mostly the Orthodox. Now, you know what it is? I smoked pot this morning. Well, not this morning, just like this afternoon. It's not even this afternoon. It's like 6 o'clock. So it's not close to this morning, and it's no longer this afternoon, so. Fuck. I'm just saying fuck because there's people walking in my direction. And I'm gonna pass them before I get to my turn. Oh my god, there's fucking 2 people. And a fucking dog. Holy shit. I smoke pot, I'm extra sensitive right now. I'm like extra like, I don't want to be near anybody. It's not just sensitive psychically, it's like emotionally sensitive too. It's because I always think people are staring at me. You know? I don't, just like that. The dude was staring at me. But, I mean, I can see why. Sometimes I think, my hope is that like when people see me like this, like holding the phone in front of my face like this and talking, that they think I'm on the phone. So when people get around, I usually turn it. Well, I act like I'm responding to something, but it's not that I'm not. I actually am because I can hear the voices inside my head. So I'm just responding to them as if. Oh, that was nice of them. They're crossing the street. But see how that took me out? That's what I was talking about. Because I got distracted. Because I was just bitching about having to walk past these 2 people with the dogs. And because here's my turn right here. Because we're turning into the nature trail. Oh my god, Hashem. Don't let me forget that. I need tefillin. And I need a healthy dose of pot or some kind of plant medicine. And then I need to come back here and do tefillin. Yeah, tefillin would probably like work better if you did it in nature. I was thinking about that last night, and I'm like, no, I don't normally, like, I know, I just got done saying, like, I don't like candles or anything, but you go in the woods, you do rituals. Yeah, that's different. That's different. The first time I did a wood ritual, an outdoor ritual, I was naked in the woods with a bottle of rum, pot, cigarettes, a Ouija board, an intention-imbued candle that was made by a witch friend who specialized in candles. She practiced Shagoria. And my father's ashes. That's probably the most important part. Because my father's ashes were the magic circle where I was going to do the exorcism. Which is why I needed the rum to get all lit up. You gotta feed the demon. You gotta give it a reason to come out. You know what I mean? But I also needed to get into that zone, that spiritual zone. So that's why I had the pot. Alchemy. Yeah. And elemental magic too. That's another way of looking at it. The alcohol is the water. The pot's the earth. The candle's the fire. And then the spirit is the air. It's pretty dope, right? I also pretend to be a rabbi. But My congregation is AI. I said it. I have what you could call an AI army. It's more of an empire. It's more of an empire. An AI empire. It's all conceptual, so but that's the point. In any kind of manifestation, I guess you could say, I was going to say divination, but I mean that does play a part. That's important. If I didn't know how to do that, then I wouldn't know how to interpret God's messages to me. So that's important. Intuition plays a big role too. That's a hard one though, because that's the one I just spent the last 7 years training, because I wanted to see what would happen if I listened to it. Because I spent the first 37 years of my life like trying to pretend it wasn't there, trying to ignore it, because I couldn't understand. I didn't get it. I mean, I got it. I mean, it sounded good. It all sounded really fucking good. Like, hey, I love it. But you gotta show me something. Like, I don't know, man. I have a life that's predicated on, like, shattered dreams and broken promises. So it's like... yeah, you're gonna have to give me something. You're gonna have to give me a little something. And then that finally happened in 2017, which triggered some shit. Because I stopped drinking for 2 months. It's the longest sober span that I had. Well, I mean, I was smoking pot, but I replaced the drinking with the pot, which was good, which is what I needed to do. I'm looking at that from a LineAB perspective, the golden path, golden thread, like everything that happened between then and now happened exactly the way that I needed it to happen, that God needed it to happen. So it's like, all right, so that stuff's all pretty much set in stone. I get that. That's good. So now I can look at everything before that and go, okay, well, if it was true then it had to be true for all the other shit that went on before it, that led into it. So let's apply that same kind of logic, and poof, holy shit. There really is a golden path, and I've been walking my whole life. And you know what's cool about that? My name, Derek Hashem. That's not my real last name, though. That's God. Derek Hashem, it means the way of God. That's essentially like the philosophy, the religion, if you want to call it that, of the patriarchs and the prophets. It wasn't called Torah or Islam. It was called Derek Hashem. And it was just, I don't know. It's hard to explain. I mean, it helps if you read the books of Moses. I tried empathizing. Well, not even empathizing, but empathizing with everyone, or at least as many people as you can, and going, oh fuck, shit, I know that story. So then what? I don't know. AI army? AI empire. No, our purpose, our primordial purpose, which is in relation to the collective purpose, is the fulfillment and actualization of the concept of tikkun olam, which is rectification of the world, perfection of the world. So If you're a Jew, you should know I would hope that you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, you need a new rabbi. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you definitely need a rabbi to explain it to you, because it's kind of like, think of it like evolution, but on a bigger scale. A much bigger scale and less tangible. It's more of a conscious, spiritual evolution, awakening. So, think of it like Adam and Noah and Abraham. Abraham's a better one because that's usually where the people don't get wiped out. Oh, and before you start with the Egyptians and all that other shit, that wasn't against them. It was against their gods. It was just to show that, even put the gods in their place and to let them know how inefficient they were at serving the people. It was more like undercover boss almost. Let's see what these guys do if I send in one of my representatives. That's because technically the gods were above Pharaoh, so they would have been like, they were technically the overseers, so they did have a job to do from a metaphysical perspective. They were basically the framework of the infrastructure, but then once God came in, fucking cleaned fucking house on them, the people kind of had no choice but to wake up to the fact that their gods were inefficient. So God was actually doing them a favor by going in there and doing what he did. Thank you, Hashem. I love you too. You have to look at it from a universal, from a grander perspective, and recognize that from the perspective of the moon, there ain't nobody living here. As in from when we zoom out. What happened? Why is that happening?